and welcome to another edition of the One Team We Agree On. I'm Jillian.
I'm Kyle. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
After 12 takes of our intro, we're finally back on. I don't know what happened. We've never had to take this many takes.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just something funny that happened and I keep losing it. So I'm good now.
Is it the Scooby-Doo?
I think it might, no, I was losing it before the Scooby-Doo
I
thing.
know you weren't. But anyway, happy Memorial Day to all the veterans out there and current service members. We just want to give you all a shout out. Remember, everybody, like I always say, remember what this day is about.
Yes, to the people that pay the ultimate price, that gave the ultimate sacrifice of their lives for our country.
Absolutely. So, on today's episode, we're going to talk about a couple signings and potential moves. We're going to talk about the Charlotte game and also the Union 2 and look ahead to next week where 3 games at Subaru Park. It's going to be a busy week. But
Yes.
before we get started, what are we wearing today?
I am wearing Squirtle Squad Union shirt that you wore recently and we all wore to a game once. And I'm also wearing my kind of paint splatter headband.
And I'm wearing the Raccoonian top.
Yes.
Yes, so honoring the raccoon.
Yes, Raccoonio.
Yes, Raccoonio. So anyway, before we get started, can people find us?
You're getting me laughing again.
I know, right?
So you can find us on all your major podcasting platforms, also on YouTube at the One Team We Agree On Twitter at TOTWAG, on Facebook and Instagram at the One Team We Agree On, and on our website, theoneteamweagreeon.com.
All right, so let's get started. Andre Blake re-signed with the Philadelphia Union. Per the Philadelphia Union, the only 3-time goalkeeper of the year will be under contract with the Union, guaranteed through 2026 with the club option of 2027. 2027. His original contract was set to expire this year, and with the club option in 2022. We saw some mixed reactions, right?
Yeah.
People saying, what does this mean for Rick and Zemla? But how are you feeling about this?
I'm really glad that we have Andre signed. And people are complaining, oh, well, he hasn't been healthy, or, oh, you're holding back guys like Zemla and Rick then, or whatever. No, I mean, let us remember what Andre has been to this club.
Right.
And Andre in goal, I think, is still superior to having Zemla or Rick there. And Oliver Zemla's been doing a fantastic job.
Right.
And Andrew Rick's just young, really young yet, and he's learning. He's doing a great job at U2. But I mean, 3-time goalkeeper of the year, future Ring of Honor for us.
I mean, once he retires, yeah.
Yeah.
Who goes up first now? Here's my question. First, on your statement about Semla and Rick, what I didn't want to see was a club option when he's like 38.
Yeah, I think this deal's really reasonable.
This deal is the best for both parties, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Andre, after, let's say at 37, goalkeepers go till they're 40, but let's say he's still solid. You can pick up the option. Okay,
Yeah.
Great. Win-win. People are saying Matt Freese situation. I get that. But I think this still opens up a pathway for Semla. Maybe he gets sold back to Europe or wherever. But also Rick leads the pathway, and so it's not Matt Freese. Like, I don't see where that is.
Andrew Rick is so young at this point too. Really, it's not even like a Matt Freese situation, I think.
It could be. Maybe
depending
by 20. My other thing is, let's say Jamaica draws in Philly. 2026, Andre Blake gets to go out, in and
Mhm.
finally getting to the World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, that's storybook ending on his career. And
Right.
maybe they both say, "Hey, we're closing the book, moving on."
Yeah.
I think that's storybook ending for both parties, and you're gonna be happy every way.
Yeah, and selfishly, Andre Blake's one of my favorite players.
Yeah,
I mean, he's he's been so great for the club and come up in such big moments, and honestly seems like a really good leader and teammate.
right.
So I'm definitely glad to see him re-signed.
Injuries aside, I mean, he's missed 36 games through his career with Jamaica and the Union.
Hmm.
He's gonna battle a knee injury now.
Hmm.
He's getting a second opinion. I mean, that pauses for some concern for this year,
Yeah.
but also, like, at this point, let's see what Zimmer has.
Yeah. Well,
I
we have,
mean,
yeah.
we're gonna be better with Andre. Now, no one think anything.
Yeah, I think a big thing with Andre is just his experience in, I think he coordinates the defense a little bit. He has more of
What the Matt Freeze thing?
the positioning. Yeah.
Yeah,
We saw that with Matt Freeze, the way he was shouting out things. And yeah, I mean, honestly, Matt Freeze has learned under the best. So,
I mean, it's still crazy that Andre Blake's gonna go through his whole career with one team, possibly. Now we
hmm.
don't know. Maybe he moves on after this, but
Hmm.
I think that means a lot. This guy
Hmm.
has been from when he was drafted to now 2027 possibly,
Yeah.
the keeper of the union. And I think there's something to that.
Yeah.
I think there's something to him being three-time goalkeeper of the year.
Yeah.
I mean,
And let's face,
how
yeah.
Howard, Molina, I mean, these are great US goalkeepers. Tim Howard,
Hmm.
Tony Molina. I mean, even Brad Guzan. You're laughing about Voldemort,
Yeah, and how he just the way he falls back,
and he gave
like a turtle falling on his back.
growing up, I was like, man, this guy's good. I mean, credit to him. I mean, but at the same time, like, yeah, didn't he get a dog sale last night?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, at the end of the day, any final thoughts on that?
I'm just really happy for Andre, and hopefully he'll be back soon. But I will, I think we're just really lucky to have very capable backup in Oliver Zemla right now, which we'll get into with the talk about the Charlotte match
Yeah.
shortly. So
So, do we want to talk about Julian?
may as well.
Yeah, so Julian's been in advanced talks with if you want to say that name.
I know Kyle, you're gonna botch it, and to be quite honest, I'm probably gonna botch it too. But the Dutch club, is it Feyenoord? I'm apologizing,
It's Feyenoord or
Feyenoord, or
yeah, anyway.
anyway, it's a Dutch club.
So anyway, he's in advanced deals per Tom Bogart, no deal done. If Fornard would get a pre-contract, then negotiate with Philly in the summer, do you really think they would do that? I mean, Julian's out of contract. You can get him on the free.
Yeah,
Miami doesn't get any money. He just walks for free, goes back to Europe.
yeah, and that is a bummer for the Union. Win-win would be if they, yeah, if we sell him, but he gets loaned back to us to finish out the season.
Right. But my whole thing is like this whole thing that he needs to go to Europe to be a top back. I mean, a top striker.
Hmm. I mean, the reality is MLS still isn't
Right.
given the due that, maybe it could be in the future. It's still not considered, one of the top leagues. And yeah, you're going to get more notice if you're playing in Europe.
Right.
So I get that. And what Jim Curtin said in his presser when asked about that about Julian, he needs to play in Europe and all that. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I get it too.
But, there are players in MLS who are on national teams and they get plenty of notice, but I also get it. So
I do too, but
selfishly, I love for him they'd work out something where he could stay, but in the end, we want to see these players succeed and play at the highest level, which is what Jim wants. He wants to see these players, reach that highest level in their career. We know Julian wants that too. But as Jim said, he's a professional and he will be basically playing his butt off for Union as long as he's wearing that badge.
so you're not worried about the comment about he could be the best striker in Argentina, even though we can all name 8 or 9 better strikers? I'm going to go there because
Yeah.
there are 8 or 9 better than Julian right now
Yeah.
out there.
Now,
And
could Julian reach that level? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. He has got so much potential. He only just turned 24. It's not like he's old. What?
I'm not going to go there. There's a comment I can make. Actually, I'm going to make that comment. I think even if Julian goes to Europe, he's going to do well, and maybe that does get him recognized.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good Argentine strikers out there.
Yeah, and Jim basically said that too. That
I mean,
Argentina
yeah.
has a lot of good players.
So maybe Julian stays in MLS, like Jim said. Now that's a pipe dream because, as even Todd Lewis said on this episode, you're going to have to pay him major money. And
Yeah.
is the union going to do that? Probably not. So my thought is this: like the best for both clubs. He signs some of these good loans back, and he finishes out the year with the union. And then he moves on. We hope he has a great career.
Yeah. Did you find it a little sus that the team store doesn't have Julian's face on anymore and they put it with like one of those just models from the ads from the, with the new kit? Yeah, because Danny's face is still up there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that was a little sus. And that was a couple weeks ago when we first noticed that. But yeah, all I say is Julian is definitely a fan favorite. There will be lots of broken hearts all over the fandom. Oh, Olivia. Shout out to Olivia Slocum. Yes. But we definitely, fan base loves Julian. And so definitely, I just want to see him do well, obviously, and selfishly. I'd love to hold on to him as long as we can because he's done so well and he's scoring so many goals. And I love how he just busts his butt every day and the way he goes back and he plays a little defense and he obviously creates and he scores goals. He's all over the place and
he does a good job.
Yeah.
But we saw the stay coming.
Oh, absolutely.
We did. And anybody says you didn't see a stay coming, this is going to be the worst day in Union history. My whole thing is the summer transfer window is going to be obvious. Like if they go and sign another striker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you really feel going into 2025 with Ua, Donovan, Baribo's still here, Marcus Anderson? I mean, Donovan Anderson still have yet to grow.
Yeah, basically, is there the confidence that we will have anyone be able to step in and, produce like Julian has?
Maybe you move Gazdak back up to striking and sign a 10. I don't know. But I mean, you gotta be playing ahead here. So that's my opinion.
We all thought Julian would be gone before the season pretty much anyway.
Pretty much.
So, I mean it's something
Ty was emergency sign.
Yeah. So we'll see. But definitely expecting I'm definitely expecting him to unfortunately be gone, at some point here. But again, we want to see him do well either way.
Exactly. Let's talk about our day yesterday. Union played Charlotte.
Well, 2 days ago because it's Monday now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
the weekend runs by fast.
It does. Just wait till it's summer, and I don't know what day of the week it is.
Right.
When school is out, I don't know what day of the week it is. Except for thank goodness for coaching because that keeps me on track somewhat.
So anyway, let's talk about Thursday. You were on the press conference.
Yeah, yes, I was. And I asked Jim about Charlotte's defense, who have been very stingy and hadn't let in a goal. In fact, they were having 4-game shutout streak and 0.9 goals per game allowed. So definitely some tough defense to go up against.
Yeah, and he says it goes back to coaching. And as
Yes.
coaches, we know like coaching's coaching. Like if you can get that, Dean Smith, former Astra Villa coach, comes with a lot of experience, a lot of, pedigree. He has them rolling now. And what were your thoughts on the game?
So they once again, Charlotte, their defense held up, and but then so did the Unions.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Who stood out to you?
So, okay, number one, Leon Flock.
Right.
Okay, Leon had himself a night. He was everywhere. He was having an incredible game, and it made me so glad to see him back on the field. He's been doing really well since he's been back, and even I believe Jim said how incredible to see him having this impact just coming off that injury.
Right. And then I thought Jack Elliott was great.
Yes, he was. Yep, and I thought Oliver Zemla did a really nice job too.
I
Clean
thought it
sheet
was
for
the
him.
battle of the goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Charlotte's goalkeeper was excellent on the night, saved a lot of good shots by the Union.
Yeah, and the Union had more shots on target, but again, yeah, that's the first game that the Union got shut out.
But my thought is, Union again created chances.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the buildup wasn't great. It was back and forth the whole night. Zemla kept them in the games.
He made some real nice saves.
So did Charlotte. It was a
Yeah.
game where you walk away going, all right.
So, it was a road point and it was on turf. And we all remember what happened there 2 years ago. That was demoralizing.
So Union are now no wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest place for Union right now.
No.
They gotta get a win.
Yeah. And certainly they need to get back in the win column at home. So Wednesday is going to be very telling.
The good news is Union have not lost to Charlotte at home, and we got them 2 times now. Leagues Cup, and we got them in the regular season. Let's see what
knock
happens.
on wood, of course. But
yes, knock on wood.
Yeah, because we are going to see Charlotte 2 more times this season. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
But yeah, Jack Elliott, 4 clearances, 2 recoveries, 2 blocks, was excellent on night, and we posted that on our podcast.
He was excellent. And, Glesnes did all right. So, the back line, I honestly thought the lineup was probably the best lineup Jim could put. I agreed with.
What's to say about Jose, though?
Well, I think on one hand, remember Jose had gotten a little hurt, and what Jim said in his presser was basically Jose was only back to training the day before the game.
Right.
And so Jose was on the bench. I think it was smart putting Leon in there instead. And yeah, you have Jose on the bench if you want to bring him in, but Jim didn't want to do that because everything was clicking really. So
I'm really fine with this draw.
Yeah, I honestly am too. Yes, we all wanted to win, and a win would have been nice, but that was a draw I was perfectly okay with. And hey, the unbeaten streak on the road continues. But that's playing on turf. Like I said, that's not always easy.
And you know where the next road game is? FC Cincinnati.
So we'll really see if we can keep it rolling.
Right, exactly. So let's talk about Union 2 versus Red Bulls 2.
Yeah, so Union 2 played up at Montclair in New Jersey against Red Bulls 2. And so it was it was a beatdown, honestly.
Was it 2022?
It was like a 2022 Union, like first team kind of score 5-1. And
You won.
yeah, and so Eddie Davis opened the scoring, and then David Vasquez and Marcus Anderson, they both had braces.
They did.
And so, first of all, great to see Marcus Anderson back. That's his
Yep.
first game back from being
And
injured.
he had that header where he
Yeah.
just launched himself and hit that ball perfectly.
Yeah, and man, that's something that, we could probably use on the first team.
And
And
also
Vasquez, like, oh my
Vasquez set
gosh.
piece goal, just that banger. Oh, beautiful.
Those were awesome to watch. And so really strong showing from them. And shout out to the Bridge Brigade and the fans that went up to watch.
This was up there.
Yeah, we had thought about going up, but we'd done some traveling already over the weekend, and we had some things we needed to do at home. But
Plus we had dinner with her family.
yeah, we had dinner with family, which but we watched it, and so it was great to see them have so much success there. And people, I keep saying it, but if you haven't been watching Union 2, you really should.
Yeah.
Especially if you're kind of, you know, unenthused about some of the first team's play, maybe. Watch the Union 2 because there's a lot to be excited about with them.
I'm still excited about the Union one.
Oh, I am too. But I'm just saying.
I said Union one, but it's true. I'm still excited about the first team.
Oh, of course.
I mean, can I be honest with you? I'm really excited about Semba. I
Yeah.
really like this game. Now, is he still gonna make mistakes? Sure.
He gets better each game.
He does, and I even saw him chirping a couple times that first half. So let's
Yes,
talk
I did.
about our Saturday real quick.
Yeah, so our basically seat neighbors in 136, Jane and Eric, they invite us to their party at their house in Philly, in Fishtown. And so we went to their place, which was great. And they were a guest on our pod before, so check that out. I think it's like episode, I don't know, 42 or something. It was a while ago.
It's actually like 40 episodes ago.
Yeah.
We were joking about it on the ride home. Like, oh my gosh, it's episode 42 to 82 now. So
yeah,
shout out to you both.
Yeah.
And Eric is like, yo, I'll come on anytime. So
yeah,
like, yeah, we'll have him back on this year at some point.
So shout out to them. But what it just it's like made me think, I'm really happy with like how we have made all these friends through the Union. It's a really special thing. The fact that I can go up in the stands and you're in the press box or something.
Or you're in the press box, I'm in the stands.
Yes.
And we have friends.
And we have friends, and it's like I don't feel like I'm alone. And same goes at the tailgates and everything. So we've just made all these great friends through the Union, and I think that's really special. It's definitely a community.
It really is.
And shout out to the guy that we saw at the Stauffer's Garden Center on Saturday too. Oh. We were picking up plants, and I'm wearing a Union shirt, and this guy's like, "Go Union!" So
and he was like, "Hopefully they play better." I'm like, "Well, they're on 2-game win streak. We got 3 points. Fair enough."
Yeah,
fair enough.
We love seeing fellow Union fans out in the wild.
Exactly, especially in Lancaster, guys. Like I've seen him now in York. I mean, it's getting a little for you 2010 guys, like this is what you want. Building the community. Yeah,
and then we watched the game at Beer Hall in Lancaster.
First half.
Yeah, the first half.
We saw Jared, we saw Ken. A lot of guys were there. It was a good crowd.
Yeah, I'd say we had like maybe 12 or so fans there.
It was a really nice crowd. Now we went home.
Apparently there were a lot of people there for the Revs game the previous week. That's what I was told.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us are. So, I mean, I know Conrad was, and he made, shout out to our buddy Conrad. He made a late trip to Charlotte. So
yeah, it looked like, well, we know a few people that went to that. And yeah, shout out to the guys from Bridge Brigade that drove down to Charlotte and then drove to Montclair for the Union 2 game the next day. So
I will salute that. Yes, I will salute that.
Wow,
because
that's a lot of miles.
That's a lot of miles. I've done that recruiting. It's not fun. So shout out to you guys, because at 44, I could not do that again. So congratulations, you guys. Way to do that. Evan, Kyle, all you guys. Congratulations.
Yeah. So we had a good time though. And so, yeah, we watched the second half at home, and, but yeah, it was overall a good weekend for the Union and Union 2, I'd say.
So Todd Lewis brought this up on his podcast. You can't draw anymore at home. I really don't think they can. Before this break, they gotta win all three. They gotta beat Toronto,
Yeah.
they gotta beat Montreal, and they gotta beat Inter Miami without Messi. Is it
Yeah.
possible? Sure.
Mhm.
Sure. Now we got the breaks, but
Need to get wins, especially before people really are starting to be missing.
yep. So this is my concern. I don't know if we can do it right now.
What we need, first of all, is for the fans to show up and be loud, because you need to create that environment that makes it tough for visiting teams to play in. And generally, we start pretty good. And then sometimes, depending on the gameplay too. I mean, when we got scored on by NYC like right away, that really took the wind out of the sails, understandably. But and I said this on the last pod, just guys, just get louder, okay?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, these players are human beings.
Yeah.
They're athletes.
Yeah.
They're getting paid millions. I get it. People are like, oh, they're getting paid millions. They need professionals. They're human beings. Human beings have feelings, emotions. If you could, yes, they're getting paid millions and millions of dollars, or
Some of them are getting paid
hundreds
millions.
of thousands. Somebody are getting thousands of dollars a year.
Yes. Yeah.
Some are getting teacher salaries.
Which is not great.
But at the end of the day, they're professionals. We get that. My thought is this, like, I'm not saying go out and be like, hey, come on, we're getting blown out 5-0. No, 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 no. No one's saying that. What we're saying is just go out and keep the energy high.
Yeah.
Because the energy creates confidence, and those teams and those coaches feed off it.
And for goodness sakes, if you're in the river end, don't stand there with your hands in your pockets and not saying a word and whatever, okay? Join in. They're easy to join in, these chants.
They mean they recycle the same chants 5 times.
I mean, if you don't know it, by halfway through the game, then I don't know what to tell you.
I could tell you the whole every game what they're gonna do. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You want to rant? Like, you need to change it up. Please change the freaking chants up. And that's my thought. Like,
yeah,
and don't even give me the fans won't know. No, people
catch on. If you keep repeating stuff,
I
and it's
saw
easily
Adam
repeated.
Booth of a game last year. Adam Booth came in and shout out to Adam, came in and did all these chants. It was the funnest atmosphere we had all last year. Just random chants.
That's the thing. If you do something that is catchy, if it's repetitive, people catch on. If it's call and response, or if it's just something that like repeats, people catch on. Or I can say this, like on TikTok, I've started getting on the algorithm of soccer stuff keeps popping up amongst all the cat stuff and the cooking stuff and the teacher stuff. By the way, I'm well versed in the whole skibbity toilet, Riz,
but
Sigma, whatever stuff. But I could do my whole TikTok channel and that stuff, and middle schoolers, you know what I'm talking about. That's Skibbity, Ohio, Riz, whatever you want to talk about. But on TikTok, I've been getting like Premier League and just like English, chants that are really funny. First of all, they're great. And I'm like, this is wonderful. This looks like really fun, and this is wonderful. And I wish we did. Some of them are pretty not safe for work, if you will, but they're pretty funny.
But here's my whole thing. Like, just change it up sometime.
Yeah.
Like, I get that the fans maybe don't know these chants, but
yeah,
I remember a time where we did experiment.
Yeah.
I remember a time in 2021 and 2022 where there were random chants and just fun chants and weird chants and chants that we didn't even know what was going on.
And we kind of do that at away games a
136.
bit. In 136 we do, and gosh, even we were doing self-deprecation in that NYCFC game.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
That is so fun. We fucking suck. Wow,
Swear jar.
Swear jar. But like, if you're going into the river and have fun.
Yeah.
And like, understand, like, don't be like, just cheer loud. Like, every travel blog, I'm like, if you're going to a game, cheer loud, cheer proud, because shout out to our buddy Cliff. He always said that to us. And he's like, hey, cheer loud, cheer proud. And I'm like, all right, yeah, like
Yeah.
we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of fans have come on over the years, like last 2 years. Now, the originals, they're gonna cheer all day.
Yeah.
They're gonna have fun. They're gonna say, oh, we suck again, we suck again. But it's fun. If
Yeah.
no one wants it more than the originals.
And when I'm not in the river end, I really miss doing that. It's kind of weird to me to be sitting and not chanting.
I'm sometimes jealous of you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so are you ready for another busy weekend of Philadelphia Union Soccer? Because I am.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get
I am
back with our
excited.
friends
Okay.
and our community.
I honestly, I love going to games.
Me too.
And I love going to the tailgates, even the unofficial tailgates.
I love
And
my mom's like, do you have soccer this weekend out? She's like, can you come over? I'm like, oh yeah, I can. She's like, you don't have soccer this weekend? I'm like, or swimming. She's like, I don't know, which is it now? Soccer or swimming? Because she always used to say
soon
swimming.
we're gonna have both because we're gonna have swim meets in the morning and
Yeah.
union games at night in June happened a few times. So yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah.
But hey, that's all the time we have for this episode of the One Team We Agree On.
Make sure to subscribe and leave us comments. We love hearing from you. And if you have any ideas for us on future guests or topics, please let us know. As always, we love hearing from you.
Oh my gosh, we forgot Jose's question.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jose, you wanted to know about the tops. I mean, we don't have a Marvel kit top yet.
Yeah.
Hispanic Heritage.
Well, and those usually come out later.
Kids Kick for Soccer.
Yeah, isn't that usually comes out in the summer?
Kids,
right?
I mean, Kids Kick Cancer.
Yeah, isn't that, yeah, that's not for a little bit yet. Is that like September or something?
Yeah.
Like, let's not, yeah, it's not for a little bit.
Military.
Yeah, they do the military one sometimes. I know Charlotte just had like a military appreciation thing. It was like if you wondered what the weird thing on the numbers on the back of their jerseys, that was the military thing. I suppose, well, we'll have like they did the Captain America thing last year, which again, I was like, meh, I did not buy that one. So honestly, yeah, we so far we've had the Pride one that just came out. We had the Earth Day one. Yeah, Unity. Like they didn't do a Unity one last year. I don't know if that was like something they do all the time though. But 2022, the flower top, that one was the best one, honestly. I think maybe I need to bring that one back into the rotation because does it still have the mojo?
So
my lucky jersey.
Hey, comment below. Does lucky jersey still
should I wear that?
All bring it back. Bring it back.
Should I wear the flower top at an upcoming game?
But,
yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I mean, you know, Fearless 41, all that whole
43.
43. Yeah. So what else? There's nothing else.
I mean, they've done specialty ones that they don't necessarily sell too. Like they did Juneteenth. That should be coming up if they do a Juneteenth thing.
Yeah.
They like just the players wear them. They don't usually sell them. They auction them off. I got the Juneteenth one
That'd be
a couple years ago.
game.
Yeah, so that because 2 years ago I got I bought in the auction the Juneteenth one signed by Stuart Finley. Shout out to Stu, by the way. So his loan is up at Kilmarnock. So
is he gonna go to the championship?
I don't know.
Find out. Yeah. But anyway, until next time, I'm Kyle.
I'm Jillian.
We'll see you at the game.